Hello folks, how's it going? Right, been waiting to watch this film for ages, and I've watched it now. It was The Lighthouse with who directed it? Robert Eggers, who directed The Witch, and it was Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson in a tale of two. I think it was set in late 1800s, maybe. Two lighthouse keepers that experience, madness, shall we say, madness on the rock they're living on, upon which the lighthouse sits. It's good. It was good. It was very weird, which is what we like. You have to sit and watch it closely and just watch the character. It's a character study, really, you know what I mean, and a mystery to sit as to what the hell's going on. But it was good. It's I'm not going to go into too many spoilers, because basically I've just pretty much told you about it. There's not much more to know. There's a few little ins and outs where, obviously Robert Pattinson's character is the younger fella, and he's under the charge of Willem Dafoe's the old sea dog with a beard and speaks like Long John Silver. So he's kind of does all the shitty jobs on the island, and I can't remember their bloody names now. I'll just use their real names then. Yeah, Willem Dafoe's character gets to do all the light duty, as in the light at the top of the lighthouse. And Robert Pattinson's character does all the shitty jobs, has to clean out the toilets and empty the slop buckets, and you get the gist. Fixing the roof, stuff like that. And he just starts noticing weird stuff. He notices like that Willem Dafoe's character goes up into the top of the lighthouse where the light is and gets naked, and he looks like he's flipping having an orgasm or something. And just basically he notices weird things like that going on. And then he has this, there's a seagull that plagues Robert Pattinson's character. He turns up at the damnedest moments, and it's like a sort of a, I don't know, it's sort of like a jinx on him. Everything seems to go wrong when this bird turns up. And in the story, you shouldn't ever kill a seabird because it's like the lost soul of a sailor or something. And there's all sorts of themes to it. Some mermaid themes to it, and creatures from the sea, and but basically the whole thing leads to. So it's not really revealed, but if you don't want to know anything about the end, then tune out now. Basically, it just they turn on each other and start having this. It's weird because actually they go through this sort of like weird relationship where they act as like a boss and an employee. Then they go through this phase of like hating each other. Then they go through this phase of like this weirdness where they're dancing with each other and cuddling each other. Obviously, they're descending into madness. And the ship that's supposed to take Robert Pattinson's character back to land doesn't turn up. So that sends him over the edge a little bit because it doesn't turn up at all. And there's a little bit of time distortion, I think, from what I gathered. But basically, what happens at the end is they obviously turn on each other and start trying to hurt each other, blah, blah, blah. And they have a fight. And Robert Pattinson's character tries to bury Willem Dafoe's character in a hole, but buried him alive. And he chucks him in the hole and starts burying him. And then he sort of goes back into the lighthouse because he wants to see, Willem Dafoe's character is really secretive about what he's doing up in the top of the lighthouse. And throughout the film, Robert Pattinson's character, he just wants to know. It's a real curiosity to him. So he leaves Willem Dafoe's character in the hole, half buried, and goes off to try and get into the lighthouse. At which point, Willem Dafoe's character turns up again. And now, what did he do at the end? He tried to Did he shoot? He hit him with something. I think he hit him with an axe or something. That's right. I think he hit him with an axe, but he didn't do the trick. And I think he kills. Robert Pattinson's character kills Willem Dafoe's character, and he goes up into the lighthouse. He climbs up, and there's this really weird moment. When I say weird, I mean good. Where he opens up the light, and it's just he puts his hand in, and he looks almost euphoric, like he's having an orgasm or something. And then it turns into this just the craziest mental wailing, like just shouting and just like he's literally just found out something from a Lovecraft tale that he was never supposed to know. So you sort of just see him just lose the plot and this mental screaming. And it was intriguing at the end because obviously you always like. I think I've said in the past, it's best if you leave a film without where there's mystery. It's good to maintain that mystery because, to be honest, what could you come up with to show us on screen that has sent him over the edge like that? I don't know if there is anything. So you keep it to the imagination. But when it ended, I was just like, I want to know what he saw, what he experienced for him to go mental like that. Yeah. So it left me, it's one of them films. It's very slow and not much happens. It's just, you just have to watch it and just watch the characters and just get invested in the characters and see what they do and how they interact with each other and the build up to the mystery of what the hell is up in that lighthouse, which we still don't know. So yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to say about it. If you want, you really have to watch it to know all the ins. I can't remember all the ins and outs of the story. It's just that basic plodding story of they're on the island, they're doing their job. There's a bit of mystery, a bit of friction between the two. And it's good. They both acted in it. The acting in it is very, very good. I sometimes, when I was watching these films, I sometimes sit and when I see them like doing these certain scenes, not just in this film but other films, and you see, like a certain scene will play out, and I'll just put myself in their position, and I feel the embarrassment of if that was me having to sit there do the acting. I just could never do that sort of thing. I'd feel so embarrassed having to do it. And there's a few scenes in this film that I was just, and there's a scene as well that was in the trailer where they're like, just sitting there staring at each other, and they're like, Willem Dafoe's character is like, what? And obviously Robert Pattinson's character hasn't said anything, so he's like, what? And then they repeat it, what? It's more funny. It's this funny little bit of humour in the middle of all this madness. Anyway, I'm waffling on now, aren't I? Yeah, go and check it out. The Lighthouse came out last year, 2019, directed by Robert Eggers, starring Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. Yeah, anyway, it was pretty good. Go and check it out, and I'll leave it there. Cheerio for listening. Fucking hell, I just cocked it up. Thanks for listening. Cheerio for now. I've done that before, and fucking hell. See you later.